Here comes the taste test. What do you think?
Yum, yum.
You like it? There you go. Even a 3-year-old likes it, so you know it must be good. You want some more? Hey everyone, Camber here, helping you stay fit for life. And today we're making the REESE'S Cookie Protein Bar inspired by Greg Doucette's SKOR Protein Bar. Now, I've tried a lot of different protein bars over the years, and so far this Quest birthday cake has been my favorite up until now. And these things that we're about to make, I usually eat at least 2 of them a day because they're so good. And the great thing is, these ones cost about $2.08 per bar. And what we're making here, after you get all the ingredients together and divide it out, is about $1.57 per bar. So pretty much for every 4 of these you can have 5 of these homemade ones we're making now. The ingredients we're gonna need for this, I have RYSE, loaded protein, the chocolate cookie blast. You don't have to use that, but it's gonna taste different if you use something else. We have Vitafiber sweetener, and then regular old REESE'S Pieces. And I'm gonna have links for all of these down in the description so you can get those ingredients. The things we're gonna need: a medium-sized mixing bowl, some parchment paper, food scale, just a small little Ziploc bag, a cutting board, and then something to crush up the REESE'S Pieces with. So first off, what we're gonna do, get our REESE'S Pieces. So we're gonna get our food scale out. We're gonna turn it on with the Ziploc bag on it so it zeroes out the scale. Then we're gonna get these open and start loading them up until we get 80 grams of REESE'S Pieces. Put some in, hold it still, 84, a little too much. There we go, close it. I don't zip it all the way up so that a little bit of air can get out, because a lot of times when I start pounding on it, it'll break the bag open. So I'm gonna put it on top of our cutting board now, get out our little mallet, and gently start to break them apart. Could go faster, but I like to be careful so that I don't break the bag open, especially with these sharp points. So, got our REESE'S Pieces all crunched up there, and we're gonna set it aside and put that on later. So next thing we're gonna do is get the food scale back out. We're gonna get our mixing bowl, put it on top, and turn it on so that it's at 0. We're gonna do 310 grams of this protein powder. And if you do use a different protein powder, then the calories and the protein amount will be a little bit different, but it's pretty close for the most part. So now we're gonna slide the protein powder out of the way. We're gonna break open the Vitafiber and do 450 grams. Squirt some out into the bowl and then give it a second, so there's 450. Now we're gonna take this, put it in the microwave for about a minute. This protein bar will give you muscles. While we're waiting, I'm gonna get a spoon to mix this up. Here, stand back. All right, it's nice and warm. So now what we're gonna do is bring our protein powder over. We're gonna get this and just pour it into the bowl. Let's make sure we get all this out, because there's a lot of extra. So now we're just gonna start mixing this up. And you could put some of the REESE'S in at this point. I used to do that, but the problem is the stuff is so warm, it just kind of makes it melt. So then you don't get the crunch of the REESE'S when you're eating the bar. So I like to wait until after I mix this all together and then put the REESE'S in. It's almost enough liquid to make this the consistency that we need, but it's usually not quite enough. So what I do is get a little bit of water, and you just do a little bit at a time. Really scrape around the bottom to make sure there's no powder anywhere. Need a little bit more water here. And you know, if you accidentally put too much water in, you can always sprinkle some more powder on it until you get it how you need. So this is about the consistency we want, where it's starting to get kind of sticky and not falling apart at all. All right, so that's about what you want right there. Put the cutting board out. You get some wax paper about the size of the cutting board. Just set it on top. And then we're gonna dump this out onto the cutting board. All right, so it starts off as a big clump. I get this off, and then really just have to use your hands and kind of spread it out and make it into a big square. But the big thing is you wanna get it pretty even all the way around. It's a big rectangle. Now at this point, if you'd like, you can eat it off your fingers and then clean them off. So now what we're gonna do is get our REESE'S Pieces that we cut up earlier. And we're gonna sprinkle it around the top and then just kind of push it in once we get it there. Are you eating my Reese's?
What?
That's gonna throw my calories off now. We're just gonna spread these out, and once they're spread out, just kind of push them down into the mix. And the good thing about doing it this way instead of mixing it into the bowl is you can make sure you have a nice even amount throughout all of your protein bars, because sometimes when I used to mix it in with the bowl, what would happen is there'd be some that had a lot of pieces, sometimes it would get melted, there would be some that hardly had any, so this way you're guaranteed that you get the maximum yumminess in each of your bars. What are you laughing at?
Maximum yumminess.
Well, that's because do you want your food to be yummy?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
It's also kind of funny.
So the next step is to take this and stick it in the freezer for about an hour or so. So just gonna open this up, set it right there on top, close that, and now you wait. And so what better to do than go work out while we're waiting? So we're gonna do a quick leg day here, not really quick, probably about an hour, then come back in, finish this up, and show you what it looks like and get a taste test. Okay, leg day is done, so now we're gonna go inside. These should be pretty cold now, being in the freezer for a while. Let's check it out. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna need a knife. So you wanna make sure you cut all the way through it. Usually go down the middle first. I make 12 individual bars out of this. And each bar has 190 calories and 17 grams of protein. So obviously I like these because I eat them every day. So let's have somebody else test this out. Come here. You ready for a bite?
Ooh.
Here comes the taste test. What do you think?
Yum.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Even a 3-year-old likes it, so you know it must be good. You want some more? All right, hold on. So now let's real quick show how to store these and get them back in the freezer. All right, so what we do here is I just separate all the protein bars, cut this right down the middle, I stick one on here like this, and then just roll it over. Put the next one on, and just keep doing that. Into a Ziploc bag. You just don't want them to touch each other or else they'll freeze together, and then it's a pain to try to pull them apart. Zip up the bag, then you throw them in the freezer. And then when you want one, you just take it out of the freezer, let it sit for a few minutes to start thawing, and then start eating it. And the nice thing is, because it is frozen, it's gonna take a little longer to eat, which gives your stomach time to realize that you're eating something, you start to feel satisfied. Whereas with something like this Butterfinger, you could probably chow this down in less than a minute, and it has 250 calories of mostly sugar, whereas this is 190 calories with 17 grams of protein. So it's gonna fill you up, it's better for you, and you'll feel satisfied, whereas this, you'll probably just end up eating more. And this may not taste quite as good as this, but it's good enough to keep you from just chowing down on a lot of these. So like I said, I eat these at least one every day, and I've got all the ingredients down in the description, as well as how to make it, how much of everything. So let me know down in the comments if you plan on trying it out, or if you do, what you think of it. And if you made it this far, give this video a like to help out. And for more tips on staying fit for life, hit that subscribe button. And with that, I'll see you next time. Who wants some more? Come on. Come on. You're next. They all love it. Come on. Come on. You got it next. Just eat. Just don't whine, okay? There you go. How about mom? Nope, mom doesn't want it. She likes only sugar.